Hello everyone and welcome back to Matchbox Memories. We are going to have a look and a recap of all the 2024 Matchbox Collectors Vehicles, including the final set of 5 vehicles that just showed up to my local Walmart. We will open those up first and have a look at those individual cars, and instead of comparing them to other vehicles I have in my collection, which I usually do with my unboxing videos, this year I figured we're in January 2025. What better time than the present to review the 2024 Matchbox Collectors lineup? I have to say, this is a hodgepodge of a lineup. It caters to everyone and caters to no one in some ways. It's got 7 American cars, 6 JDMs, that's Japanese domestic market, and 7 Euro cars, actually 6 Euros and a British car, an English car. So anyways, it's an interesting lineup. It's mixed bags of vehicles. It seems like some of the vehicles are from the moving parts line. Some are straight up mainline vehicles with rubber tires, and others are new castings. And interestingly enough, when Matchbox does new castings in their Matchbox Collectors line, they do not designate that on the packaging. So you'd have to do your research if you didn't know your vehicles well enough. It's interesting. You think a new vehicle, they would add the additional bit of marketing by saying it's a new vehicle for that year, but they failed to do so. But there are a few new vehicles, new die-cast vehicles in their lineup, and we will go through them. So without any further ado, let's have a look at some of these vehicles. I'm going to start off by looking at the 5 vehicles we haven't seen before. Let's have a look at 3 at a time. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. I'm just going to open them up, put them in the lineup, and then go through all the vehicles. And then I'm going to tell you which are my favorites from 2024. So let's start off with this new casting, the 1973 Mazda Savannah RX-3. Look at the packaging. Beautiful. There it is. I'm not going to spend too much time. We've seen all these before, guys. The packaging wise, it's all pretty standard. And just interestingly enough, this mix here, which is the last mix of 2024, it came into the local Walmart in Vancouver after mix 1 of 2025. So we've already got the first mix of 2025. Almost 3 weeks later, we got the last mix of 2024. Okay, so those are the 3 vehicles. This one is the 1953 Ford Co. We have already seen this once in this lineup, and I didn't say anything about the Aston Martin. This is a new casting as well, even though it's not designated anywhere on the packaging. So 1977 Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Beautiful. There they are. Let's open them up. All right, first 3 cars unboxed out of their packaging. Just show you how they are packaged. They're in these plastic cases within the plastic case, and let's have a look at this first vehicle here. I'm going to say too much about them, guys. Let's just look at them real quick, and then I'm gonna metal base here, which is nice. Got the Aston Martin Vantage, and I'll go through in a little bit more detail with some of these vehicles at the end of the video. I just want to show them real quick. That one also, no plastic base there. This one's a beauty, the Moon Eyes. Like that livery. Look at that. No moving part on it. Okay, first 3 vehicles. I'm gonna look at these at the end and discuss them in more details. I just want to open them up so we can put them as part of the lineup. All right, next 2 vehicles. First we have the 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL in this pinky purple. Nice detailing on that one, good color. In the 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302, which we've also seen, I think, in the moving parts lineup. So I'm going to open those 2 up quickly, and then let's go through each of these vehicles. All right, so we've opened those 2 up as well. Just a quick look at it. Beautiful. Looks like it's no different from the main line, no moving parts to it. Rubber wheels and some finishing. And this one looks like it's from the moving parts line. Opening hood. All right, so there they are, 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302. This is actually a really nice casting. Fully detailed, looks fantastic. Let's look at them in order, 1 through 20. All right, guys, so there is the full lineup, unboxed, all 20 vehicles. Nothing I will say about the moving parts, the collector's line. This is one of the few lines I didn't have to search online for. These were well distributed, at least in Vancouver. I was able to find all of these at local Walmarts. So well done for the distribution. I wish I could say the same for the moving parts and main lines, which seem to be more random, and we seem to miss entire cases of those two lines. So well done to the distribution on this particular one. These were all available at Walmart. I didn't have to fight to get them. They were readily available, and well done. So anyways, let's have a look at these vehicles. First one up, number 1 of 20, the Ford panel van, delivery van. 1955 Ford F100 panel delivery van. Rubber wheels, chrome base, somewhat detailed front. This one's a mainline vehicle with fancier graphics and just fully detailed back here. Quite nice. This has been in Matchbox lineup for many years, and it's actually really well done. Bit of pixelation on the paint, but it's not too bad. Sort of a metal flake blue. Printing's actually quite decent. The 2018 Bugatti Divo. Another mainline vehicle that they've added to their premium line by, doesn't want to focus in there, by adding rubber wheels. So first 3 vehicles, all main lines. They're quite expensive, considering a main line is around $2 or less than $2 Canadian, including taxes. And these premiums, supposed premiums, have rubber tires, and they're around almost $9 Canadian. So you're effectively paying $7 additional for slightly more detailed vehicles and rubber tires. Seems like they've got the price point wrong. This one here is from their moving parts lineup, which is around $5 Canadian. Trunk that doesn't really open the way it should. And I actually like this casting. I just feel like it's a bit too narrow. If you compare it to this Mitsubishi, look at that. It's narrower than the Mitsubishi. I think the height's okay, the length's okay, but just too narrow. Just doesn't look proportionate to me. I feel like it should be a little bit wider. But still, I like the casting. I drive a Lexus IS250 all-wheel drive. I'm always happy to see Lexus vehicles in Matchbox lineup. This one is from the moving parts lineup. It's got the rubber tires. It's an interesting color. Lexus LX, quite nice. The Nissan Z, on the other hand, seems like it's too big. The 2023 Nissan Z, also from the moving parts line. Doors that open. Plastic base. Fully detailed front and back, which is nice. All right, so this is the first vehicle that I noticed having a metal base. They're catching up with some of the Hot Wheels vehicles. Finally. Took them forever. So this one's metal base, moving parts, and it's a new casting. New for 2024. I think it's a beautiful vehicle. I did notice that it did peg warm a little bit in our local Walmart, but that's partially because of the demographics. Most of the people or most of the collectors in Vancouver prefer JDM vehicles and Euro vehicles. And sometimes we do see some of the American muscle cars sit on the pegs. I don't think it's anything to do with the design. It's just more a case of the types of collectors we have in this city, but just a beautiful vehicle. I actually love this. I think it's one of the nicer vehicles from 2024. Fully detailed, white interior, just a fantastic looking vehicle. A couple of collector friends of mine said that it sits a bit high, but I think the actual car does sit quite high as well. Beautiful. And I have to say, Matchbox did a phenomenal job, or as good a job as they ever do with these doors. Sometimes the gaps are huge. This is still sizable, but it's better than some of the others that I've seen. So that is another mainline vehicle. Matchbox really has to figure out their lineups. Porsche Cayenne Turbo, mainline vehicle, no moving part on it. The pricey tag $9, $7 more than a mainline vehicle. I mean, good colors. I mean, nothing wrong with it, except they really have missed the price point, because this is basically a mainline vehicle with rubber tires. They're charging almost 3 times what you would pay for a mainline, which I think is outrageous. So really, they have to figure out the different lineups. Next, we have the Buick Riviera, another beauty. I love this vehicle. This is from the moving parts lineup as well. 1964 Buick Riviera. Premium tires, making it part of the Matchbox Collectors line. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Detailed lights. Bonnet. Trim on the side. Riviera livery. Detail back. This is just gorgeous. Sorry, my phone doesn't want, sorry. My camera doesn't want to focus in there. Once again, slight gap on the door, but not bad. Good detailing inside. This is another wonderful vehicle. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oof. Let's not drop my favorite ones. All right, another new vehicle. I think this is a new casting as well. The 1974 Toyota Celica GT liftback. I wasn't thrilled with the color on this particular vehicle. I found out recently that this has a wheel variation. There are 2 of these. I haven't found the other version of it as yet. This is also going to be part of the moving parts lineup. And you can see there the bonnet opens, and look at the detailing in there. That's quite nice. One of the better engine compartments that I have seen on a Matchbox vehicle. Once again, not a super popular vehicle for whatever reason. Usually JDMs fly off the pegs in Vancouver, and this one sat for a while. Good moving part, look at that. Very little gap. Just think maybe the color. Collectors weren't thrilled with the color, but I love this color. It's very close to the Matchbox orange. I think it's a nice little casting. I like the fact that they made a variation with the wheels. The other set of wheels, they're more black. They're very little bit of silver, so quite obvious when you see them. If you do collect wheel variations, make sure you get that one. This Audi is phenomenal as well, but I have to report that this one's still on the pegs in Vancouver, the 1969 Audi 100 Coupe S. And once again, I think it's a good casting. I just think they picked a boring color. And the problem with vehicles that sit on the pegs is that they sit for months and months and months, and that stops the stores, the department stores, from ordering more vehicles, and it just sort of blocks the whole process. So Matchbox has to be really, really careful about the colors, the cars they design, because you go to the pegs in any Walmart in Vancouver and it's the same set of cars that are just sitting there. And new products are not being put on the pegs because the cars that are not popular just don't move. It kills the industry. It kills the profitability of Mattel. Like, stop making these vehicles that don't sell. This one's a great vehicle, just boring color. Especially for the first one, you gotta make it more exciting. Look at that. Blends in with the gray. Like, just not an exciting, like, it's a great car, good, well designed. I think, you know, just pick more interesting colors. Once again, there's nothing special about it as well. There's no moving part on this. Seems like it's just going to be part of the main line. This one does have a metal base, which is nice. So this is the second vehicle so far that has a metal base, which I love. I really, really like this vehicle. I just don't understand why it's not moving. Market research, guys. Mercedes-Benz, this one flew off the shelves when it came in. This one's a beautiful vehicle, part of the moving parts line. We've seen 3 or 4 different versions in the moving parts line. Beautiful, beautiful color. Beige interior, fully detailed. Just really, really nice. All right, next up we have this BMW 1993 BMW M3 made in Thailand. This is absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't go with the theme with any of the other vehicles. This one seems like a rally vehicle. Totally different theme from any other vehicle in this lineup. Well, I guess the Mazda here is somewhat similar, but this is a gorgeous vehicle. Looks like it's a moving part. It's got an opening hood. Not very detailed. But look at that. Fully done up. Lights, rear lights. Livery all over the car. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done. Another mainline casting. Sorry, this one's from the moving parts line. Obviously, it's got a moving part, so we'll probably see it in there at some point. We also saw a similar version of this in the RLC, the Mattel Creations line. I didn't actually purchase the vehicle, so I'm not sure if it's exactly the same model as that or not, but at a first glance, it did appear to be the same model, different livery. Seemed like it was the German flag colors on that particular model. All right, the Mercedes-Benz Unimog. I really like this casting, but once again, I just think the price point is wrong for it. It's a mainline vehicle. This one's fully detailed, really, really well done, but $9 Canadian is far-fetched. Good vehicle, rubber tires. Got lots of these in my collection. This one's a really nice vehicle as well. This is a new casting for Matchbox. It is the 1932 Ford Roadster. It's beautiful. This one sat on the pegs. I was surprised. Like, metal base. It's another vehicle with a metal base. Third one we've seen so far. Really, really well done. Good set of tires. Look at that. Look at the rims on that. But once again, I'm not sure if it's just the local market in Vancouver, but this one's still on the pegs. Good vehicle though. It's almost like Matchbox is struggling to reconcile with the old school Matchbox collectors that have been with the hobby for almost 60 years now, or the oldest members that have been with the hobby for 60 years now, and the new members that are the younger members, the new typically Hot Wheels collectors, and they're trying to cater to both markets. Okay, so here we have another new casting, metal base again. This one's the 2021 Subaru BRZ. Once again, not the, I don't know what it is about this casting. It wasn't as popular as I thought it would be. I think, once again, paint job is not the greatest. The windscreen's a little bit too dark. You can't really see the interior. Disappointing. Disappointing. It's probably my least favorite Subaru from both the Matchbox and Hot Wheels lineup. And I can't tell if it's just the casting itself or if it's just the color. It's not a very nice color. It actually doesn't look too bad on camera, but it just looks really bland to the naked eye. Anyways, there it is. The Mazda that we just opened, metal base. This is a beauty. 1972 Mazda Savannah RX-3. Good set of tires, racing livery, bit of a rally livery there. Detailed sides, front. Look at that, beautiful. Right-hand drive. I love this casting. Really, really nice. Well done. This one's one per case, so fairly difficult to find as well. Aston Martin. I've been waiting for this one for a while. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Look at that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Not very heavy though, I have to say. It's quite light for a vehicle that looks like it should have some weight to it. It is lighter than expected. Black interior, detailed back, number plates, logos, lights, signals, everything. Look at that. Side trim, front, beautiful. New casting, once again, no designation that it is a new casting on the box, unfortunately, but beautiful. Glad that's in the lineup. Once again, this one doesn't have a moving part, so likely it's just going to be a part of the main line eventually. We'll wait and see. Next up, we have the Ford COE, I think is, what do you call it? Custom 1953 Ford with the Moon Eyes livery. This one's going to be popular, not only because it's a great casting, but also the Moon Eyes livery that a lot of people collect. Once again, no moving part. Does have rubber tires, nice set of rims. This vehicle is beautiful. Definitely a nice vehicle. Bit pricey though, at almost $9 Canadian. Next we have this Jeep Wrangler. I love this casting. I just think it's a $2 casting. I don't think it's worth $9 again. This one's fully done, good set of tires. Everything's great, just the price point's wrong for me. Happy to add it to my collection. I just wish it was $5 cheaper. Same with this Mustang. They've had this in the moving parts line for a while now. We've seen a few different versions of it. The 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Great casting. Same issue, wrong price tag. Moving parts to the bonnet, it is detailed. You can see the details in there. It's quite a beautiful casting. Look at that, fully done. Good set of tires. I don't think I've seen those rims before. I'm not sure, but those might be new rims. If anyone is an expert in rims, please do let me know. All right, guys, so that's it. That's the lineup for 2024. Let me reveal my favorite 3 vehicles from this lineup. All right, guys, here they are. So I think in third place is this Mazda RX-7, or what is it? A Mazda RX-3. Beautiful car. I love the metal base on it. Fully detailed, one per case. Yeah, that's nice. New casting, so that's in third place. Second place is this. Ooh, my camera is a 1979 Oldsmobile 442. I think this is a gorgeous casting. I'm surprised it didn't sell out quickly. Another new casting. It's really, really well done. Beautiful colors, fully detailed, metal base. So the first two both have metal bases, coincidentally. And then, of course, my favorite casting for 2024 Matchbox Collectors is this moving parts BMW M3 with the shell livery, opening hood, roll cage on the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. And that's it, guys. That's the lineup for 2024. We've already seen the first case of 2025, and I hope to bring more videos to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I want to thank everyone for the support. We're almost at 1,500 subscribers now, and growing every single day. Please do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.